hoy estamos preparándonos para un evento tremendo, Ambición de Poder, que se va a realizar este domingo en el Teatro Caupolicán, y diríamos que tenemos el privilegio de tenerlo acá en Chile por segunda vez, primera vez como independiente, un exponente de la lucha más violenta. Tenemos a Rhyno con nosotros. Hi, how are you, Rhyno?
Great. Well, thank you for having me, and I'm glad you were able to introduce everything because I couldn't have said it in Spanish.
Oh, any word? Just hello, I mean, hola.
Gracias.
Okay.
Hola.
Some bad words.
I was just going to say that.
Please give me the bad words.
No. I promise I'd be good. So.
Ok. Está Rhyno con nosotros y también está Dante, el campeón latinoamericano de Guerra de Titanes. ¿Cómo estás, Dante?
Exacto, todo bien. Contento, obviamente, de estar aquí con este programa entretenido y además con Rhyno. Así que estamos.
Oye, tienes el oro colgado en tu pecho. ¿Se defiende este título el fin de semana?
Se defiende. Así que después ahí vemos cuáles son mis rivales, porque son
muy bien.
Rivales, así que.
Excelente. Vamos a partir contigo, Rhyno. What do you expect from this visit here in Chile? This is your second time here in our country.
Yes.
And what do you think about it?
Well, I love it. I love the fans, and I'm coming in the challenger, but I'm leaving the champion.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So, but no, the fans, wherever you're at in the world, and they come and they, like, whether it's at a WrestleMania and you're at a fan fest, the Chilean fans will come up to you and they have such a passion for wrestling, and that's why I do it, because I have such a passion. That's why we all do it, because we have a passion for wrestling, and that's something what we share. And especially when you're out there and they're yelling your name, and they come and meet you, they want an autograph or a picture.
Yeah.
It's a special feeling. And then, it's a good connection you have.
Yeah.
So.
It felt different from United States, the audience here in Chile?
Yeah, they're I don't want to say it where they're the craziest fans in a good way.
Yeah.
Loud, like interactive. They're just so into everything you do. And sometimes in the States, and this isn't a knock on the fans around the world, but sometimes they're too spoiled, and they see so much, and I could understand that too, but sometimes, and that's not a knock on fans around the world, but it's just it's nice when you go to a place where they're not as spoiled, because they appreciate it that much more.
Yeah. Probably the Chilean fans know you in WWE or ECW, TNA. But what is about your career this last years? What are you doing, and what can we expect about your career in a few years more?
Well, the last 5 years I was with TNA Wrestling, Total Nonstop Action. It was Impact, and then it went back to TNA.
Yeah.
So what I did is I started producing behind the scenes and still wrestling.
Oh, great.
So kind of like a player coach.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot. And then I started a wrestling promotion with a buddy of mine in just south of Detroit, in Monroe, Michigan. And so I've been booking and stuff like that, and help guiding the younger generation. So the next probably 5 years, I'll probably do more producing, less wrestling, but I mean, I'm wrestling 3 to 4 days a week as it is now.
Wow.
So, but a lot of people like to still come and support me in the ring, and I feel great, to be honest with you. So, so definitely helping the younger generation more so in the next 5 to 10 years than previous. So.
Yeah. And okay, this question, I had the opportunity to talk with a lot of wrestlers, and I ever do this question: what do you eat every day?
Oh, every day. Usually I start off with egg whites, and then egg whites.
How many?
Sometimes 9, sometimes 12. So
Okay.
sometimes 6. If I go out to eat, these restaurants, they don't like to give you more than 3 or 4. You got to tell them, hey, throw in a couple extra, and I'll pay it, but so, but so egg whites in the morning, usually chicken and stuff, but carbs, I try to lower my carbs, but I have 2 marinas back home, so I'm usually working at that when I'm not on the road. And next thing you know, you're eating a big carb meal at night, which you shouldn't because you're working all day.
Yeah, of
So,
course.
yeah. So I usually eat a lot of turkey,
Okay.
usually for lunch and stuff. So.
What is your favorite meal?
Favorite meal?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. My favorite cheat meal. I like chicken breasts and stuff like that, egg
Okay.
whites. But my favorite cheat meal is pizza.
Pizza.
Yeah, pizza.
Oh, great.
Who doesn't love pizza?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, I'm going to back with you, Rhyno. Dante está aquí también brillando con su oro. Mi querido Dante, el fin de semana tienes algo muy difícil en este evento,
Sí.
en el Caupolicán, el primer gran evento de esta compañía en este año. Tienes que defender tu título y no está fácil. Cuéntame un poquito de la lucha.
Es una lucha, mira, la verdad, es una lucha que todavía no tiene estipulación, porque la
Wow.
estipulación va a ser definida por el gerente general interino, que es
Ajá.
un payaso, que básicamente él juntó, el domingo,
Ujú.
en Ambición de Poder, yo cumplo 301 días como campeón latinoamericano.
Mira.
Igualo el récord de Charlie Lee, que es el
Ajá.
anterior. Entonces, para mí histórico, para la compañía es histórico, y a él se le ocurrió poner la mejor idea según él, que es básicamente tirar a todos los rivales a los que yo he vencido en una lucha. Básicamente son 6 rivales que yo he tenido a lo largo, los mejores rivales que he tenido.
Y
a lo
perdón,
largo-
y no sabes si
no sé la
es
estipulación.
todos de inmediato o...
No sé si es una ladder match, I don't know.
Oh
no sé nada.
my God.
Y además, son 6 rivales que yo he tenido que vencer por este campeonato y mi hermano,
Ah,
con quien nunca he luchado. Entonces,
Dante, o sea, está
No, güey.
todo hecho para que tú pierdas el título. ¿Crees eso? Como que te está
No, no.
perjudicando directamente.
me
el-
quiere perjudicar, pero yo creo que no.
No lo va a
Yo
lograr.
voy con todo.
Buenísimo.
Me contó.
¿Has hablado con tu hermano estos días?
He hablado con mi hermano estos días. Mi hermano tampoco es muy fan de él, del general, o sea,
Ok.
del gerente general. Pero no, yo creo que si alguna vez nos toca enfrentarnos, vamos a tener que hacerlo de una manera limpia.
Pero de pronto por ahí con tu hermano puede haber un
¿Una
momento, claro, de juntarse para ganarle al resto y que
Espero,
tu
la
hermano,
sangre-
sí, claro,
La sangre tira, así que espero que
debería tirar, ¿no?
debería tirar.
Oye, ¿has podido conversar con este señor que está acá al lado mío?
Ya.
¿Qué tal es? Antes de seguir
Uf.
con él.
Es una leyenda y ¿sabéis qué? Lo más chistoso de todo es que ahora estábamos aquí abajo en el hall y
Ajá.
nos pusimos a conversar y empezamos a hablar sobre las escuelas privadas, las escuelas públicas, la educación, el sistema educacional.
Educación en Chile. Así como...
En Chile y en Estados Unidos estábamos haciendo como la comparación
mira.
y de hecho justo cuando tú llegaste a
Ajá.
buscarnos, Rhyno dice como nos daban 5 minutos más y resolvíamos los problemas del mundo. Onda, estábamos en esa, así que es
Me encantó.
muy agradable porque claro, uno ve a Rhyno con su gimmick de
Sí,
Rhyno
claro.
y increíble. La
Rhyno,
verdad.
you were talking about education.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were trying to solve the world's problem.
Yeah.
World's problem.
And what do you think about education there in United States?
Well, you know, it's the test scores have went down over the years.
Yeah.
You know, so it definitely something that needs to be addressed, and we spend a lot of money on it. You know, and a lot of I think teachers are too handcuffed, and we're talking about that too. They're underpaid. They're handcuffed. Because, like, when you go into wrestling, you go in with a passion. Now, if someone dictates every move you make, you kind of lose that passion and love.
Yeah.
Same thing with teachers. They go into it with a passion, but they're micromanaged. And I think if you get that out of, let them teach and let them learn from the older teachers that have went through the certain things that can
Yeah.
help them out. Like, as an older wrestler, I might see a wrestler that say, "Oh, try this. I think it'll work for you." They'll try and they'll, "Oh, thank you." Or they'll come to me and say, "Hey, I'm stuck here. How do I advance and get out of this rut?" Well, try this, or this. So I think it's, you know, they can learn, set the bar high, and then let teachers teach, you know. So, but, and let communities get together and come out and support more than what they do, because a lot of the sports teams, public school is very important in the U.S. because you have a lot of the social things,
Yeah.
whether it's dances, whether it's football programs, because even though they might not excel 100% in football or, well, American football
Yeah.
or baseball, it teaches them to show up on time.
Yeah.
You know, you have to show up to work on time. You have to excel at work. When you're not feeling well, you can't let your team down, because a lot of environments, whether you go into military, whether you go into whatever you go into, you usually have a team you work with, and you can't let them down. So I think sports and even like chess clubs and stuff, it teaches the same thing. So that's why, you know, school's so important, and these things, you know, outside of schools are important too. Well, part of the school, but, you know, other than just education. So, but that's a big thing that I've always thought we could really improve on, for several years. And, when I was
I saw you like a congressman, man.
well, I was running for state rep. I won the primary, lost the general. But see, one of the things how I would have excelled there is because when you're trying to pass stuff, and it's easier for me to communicate with people.
Yeah.
Because I can communicate. I see both sides.
Yeah.
And I also talk to people that I might not agree with because I learn. Like Jimmy Jacobs and I were talking about some issues and certain things I didn't see, but he opened my eyes. But if I was too ignorant not to have that communication, I would have never learned. So, but with the wrestling background, even if people don't watch wrestling, they're so attracted to you're a wrestler?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that starts the communication.
They look different, right?
Yeah, well, they're just, because wrestling is such a larger-than-life thing, so I can draw a person in on a conversation and try to figure issues out.
Yeah.
So that's why I would have excelled at that, and plus I like talking to people and communicating.
Rhyno, you said that you work with teenagers and you're trying to give them a different vision of the life and the wrestling. Here in Chile, we have just one girl that belongs to WWE.
Yeah.
Stephanie Baker.
Yeah. Double champ.
Yeah, she's
NXT champ.
great. But the way is very long to get there. What is your advice to the teenage that saw Stephanie Baker and said, I want to go to WWE?
No, well, the thing I can say the most is you can be anything you want to be. It'll just take a hard work, dedication. For the young men and women that are getting into wrestling, don't, if a door shuts in your face, 10 will open if you just keep at it. Because there's a lot of times where I went to WWE for a tryout, and in 98, got invited to a camp. Nothing came of it. Went back to Germany to wrestle and then went to ECW and was able, fortunate. But my path was just a little different. So don't give up, especially now. Keep on sending stuff because Chile is such a big market, not only for the WWE, for all wrestling, independent wrestling and all that. So they're going to look for more Chilean wrestlers, men and women. So my advice to the guys, step it up, because the girls men 0. So guys, step up your game. A little rivalry.
Yeah,
right
of course.
there.
What do you think about Stephanie Baker?
She's a badass. I'm not getting in the ring with her because she'd kick my ass. I'll tag with her in a mixed tag, but maybe if I come back to Chile to wrestle, maybe I can talk her into coming back and we'll team. So.
I love it. Mi querido Dante, también te pregunto por Stephanie Baker, que es como la que está sacando la cara por nosotros, la empresa más importante. ¿Cómo la has visto?
Sí, es increíble, verla ahí, de verdad es que da un orgullo para todos nosotros y Rhyno tiene razón, tenemos que ponernos las pilas. Igual suele pasar en todo caso que en este país
que las mujeres van
mujeres 1, hombres 0, suele
por
pasar.
lejos.
Entonces tenemos que ponernos las pilas, así que hay trabajo, pero también hay potencial, así que me
gusta
quedo
eso.
tranquilo.
¿Tú sueñas con llegar allá o alguna parte? ¿Cuál es tu sueño?
Mira, la verdad yo ni siquiera pensé que iba a hacer alguna vez lucha libre.
Ajá.
La verdad nunca pensé. Nunca. Siempre me gustó, desde que tengo uso de razón, tengo ahí poleras de chico con la cara de Triple H, cosas así, pero la verdad que de un día me dijeron vas a debutar, un día me puse a entrenar, un día me dijeron vas a debutar, un día me dijeron vas a debutar como en el main roster que tenemos, y después estaba luchando por el campeonato, y después estaba haciendo campeón, y después estaba haciendo un main event, y después ahora tengo a Rhyno al lado, entonces la verdad, y todo en 3 años. En 3 años, entonces la verdad no tengo idea, lo que me traiga la vida, lo que me traiga la lucha libre, yo lo voy a recibir con los brazos abiertos.
El cielo es el límite.
Tal cual.
Buenísimo. Oye, deja invitada a la gente de Rock and Pop a que compre estos últimos tickets para el domingo en el Caupolicán.
Sí, se viene un evento increíble. Tenemos de invitado a Rhyno, que va a estar en el main event, en una fatal de 4 esquinas por el campeonato mundial de Revolución Lucha Libre. Así que eso va a ser increíble. Tenemos 3 luchadores increíbles aparte de Rhyno, que son Hans Kempfer, Ángel, que es el campeón, y Engranaje Jack. Ese choque entre Engranaje Jack y Rhyno va a ser bestial. Bestial. Además tenemos a Brian Kendrick, que va a luchar contra Coyote, el mejor luchador chileno de la historia.
Sí, por lejos.
El mejor. Y Zack Sabre Jr., que vino a luchar contra Mr. Chile. Así que, no, es
Brutal.
de verdad va a ser brutal. Y además las cholitas.
Sí,
Vienen las cholitas,
vienen
las virales cholitas.
Sí.
Van a estar defendiéndose, o sea, van a estar luchando contra el Team Chile,
Sí.
que es de Lía y Javi Star, así que no,
Buenísimo.
realmente. Y además la lucha por el campeonato latinoamericano, que va a estar increíble
No,
porque
buenísimo.
esos 6 me quieren matar. Entonces va a estar
buenísimo.
buenísimo. Y
Buenísimo.
las entradas por punto ticket.
Ajá.
Y nada, domingo en el Teatro Caupolicano. O sea, volvemos al Teatro Caupolicano.
Qué mejor, qué mejor. Rhyno, please give us an invitation to the main event to this Sunday. You against 3 other guys.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a match you don't want to miss. They're high flyers. I've got to try to prepare myself like I'd try to how I would prepare myself when I wrestled Rob Van Dam.
Wow.
So I'd have to pluck them out of the sky as they're going. They're great talent, and it's just go out there and step it up. That's what I have to do, and because they're going to come with their A game, so it'll be a very exciting main event match, and I'll make the Chilean wrestling fans proud of being their next champion. So
Great. Thank you very much, Rhyno. Muchas gracias, Dante, por haber estado acá. Ustedes ya están invitados entonces para Ambición de Poder este domingo en el Teatro Caupolicán a partir como de las 5:30 de la tarde. Es bien tempranito, parece un WrestleMania.
Sí,
Así que,
el meet and greet es antes.
mira,
Por si compraron meet and greet, o creo que aún quedan entradas en meet and greet.
si hay meet and greet, pueden aprovechar
Hay que
de
ir.
conocer a Rhyno y a este muchacho.
Jay Lethal,
Jay Lethal, Zack
Brian
Sabre,
Kendrick,
bueno,
Mr.
en
Junior,
fin,
Diamante, no,
una
brutal.
cantidad de luchadores, así que los esperamos allá, nosotros vamos a estar, así que esperamos verlos en el ring. Nos vemos. Chao.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you.